Want tips to take advantage of the housing market shift of 2022 in the San Francisco Bay Area? And what is a shifting market? You've come to the right place for the answers, and I'm about to cover this hot topic right after this. Welcome back. My name is Dale Corpus. I'm a realtor in the Tri-Valley area in the East Bay of the San Francisco Bay Area, and I post videos every Friday about all things real estate. So welcome to the shift of 2022, and here we are once again. It is not a market crash. We are shifting currently from a seller's market to a buyer's market. And how much of a buyer's market will we go to? Well, only time will tell. Today I want to talk about one of the benefits of this transitioning market. It's the increase of inventory and people's lack of awareness of it, or people's inability to transition well, because let me share a story with you. So I listed a house just last month, and I realized there's a trend with some agents where they're telling their clients, hey, we need to offer $30,000 more on this, when they had no business offering that much because there wasn't a multiple offer situation. The agents are simply in the habit of doing this, and they did it well. When push comes to shove, it made me look like a great listing agent. However, the buyer ended up not writing an offer because the house was too small. And agents are going to be able to transition, or they're going to start to tell you to do certain things that maybe is not as beneficial to you now in this transition market. So I want to talk about how you can take advantage of that. So what do I mean by a transitioning market? Well, first and foremost, I've actually been tracking the data on my end. I look at the MLS all the time, and here's a little quick sneak peek of what it looks like essentially, so you can kind of see what's going on. I just wanted to keep it very simple and just talk about one city. I chose the city of San Ramon, where I live and work. And so at the end of March 2022, when I started tracking this data, we were at a total active listings in the city of San Ramon of 28 listings total. And these are combining our active listings and coming soons, and it lumps detached single family homes, condos, and townhomes all together. So basically all types of properties are in this mix. There are also 100 pendings in March in San Ramon. And when I see the number of pending sales higher than the number of active sales in any given month, it's still a sign that there's not enough supply for the demand for homes from buyers. There were 88 homes that sold in San Ramon in all of March 2022. So since March, the number of active listings started slowly rising. For example, now at the end of July 2022, the number of active listings has jumped up to a total of 155 active listings with 68 pending listings. The number of sold listings in July was 65. So notice the number of active listings has gone up pretty significantly, and we're seeing a good amount of pendings. But as inventory has risen, it's a sign of that transitioning market where homes will sit on the market longer. Sellers are still getting used to this new market and have to realign their expectations. Buyers are now finding it somewhat easier than past years to land properties that seemed impossible to get before. And so you can see the sold number staying steady, dropping slightly, but you're seeing that active number of homes continue to go up, and that pending number staying pretty strong. So what I tell people, it's not a crash because pending numbers are still staying fairly strong. Yet it's going to start lifting on a downward spiral, but that's what happens in a transitioning market. Buyers have more power in a buyer's market, whereas sellers have more power in a seller's market. And it's going to be a very slow transition into a buyer's market where people won't have to overpay as much. Now let's talk about how you can take advantage of essentially a market shift or a shifting market to a buyer's market. So first and foremost, let's go over some pointers here, and you don't need to overpay for every single house. We're in a market, for the past 1 or 2 years where every house, it flew off the shelves. If that home had doors and windows on it, it would sell for $100,000 above list price easily. And that's how it was because, we saw numbers here, San Ramon area, for example, where many months, just maybe 10 to 20 homes on the market, where sales were still 60 plus in that same month. It was insane. It was insanity. And some of the sales prices last year even astonished the listing agents and the buyer's agents alike. Well, now with more inventory, you can be more selective the house you pick. So if there's, you go on a weekend and you see 5 houses and you don't have to settle for one. If you don't love it, just wait for the next weekend. And this is frankly the way it should be. And this is the way I remember real estate being when I first started. Now, you will still encounter a house that might get multiple offer situation that goes crazy wild. Like I did this weekend, there was this really gorgeous home in a neighborhood and it was still sold $75,000 over list price. That's great and always happens, and there are still situations like that. And there's still realtors out there that are telling their clients, hey, this is what we need to do. But as time progresses, we're currently in August. As more months going, you're going to start seeing less and less of that. Really evaluate the situation you might walk into on a listing on Saturday, and there'll be plenty of showings. But before you rush that offer in, have your agent call the listing and say, hey, do you have any offers? You're going to notice what I'm noticing. A lot of listing agents are shocked right now because, listings were the easiest thing for the past few years, but right now it's like, holy crap, this thing is not selling. I better do something to freaking get this sold. And many local agents now are getting rid of offer deadlines and having sellers just respond to offers as they come in. The number of offers coming in on a home has significantly dwindled. Homes are not getting into contract only a week after going on the market. So these are things that we're getting used to. My second piece of advice is I always tell people to be aware of your situation. If you're making a higher offer on your property, look at the comps. Look at the neighborhood. Are you pushing the value of that neighborhood? Are you meeting the value? Are you bringing the values down? You have to be aware and you have to ask yourself, which one of these are you doing? There might be some neighborhoods that just stay solidly that expensive. So for things to stay solid, there's going to be some houses that sell underpriced and some houses that sell above, right? Or maybe you look at the sold and then you see that actually there's houses that are selling cheaper and cheaper, then the trend's going down. So what you want to do is you want to get a good maybe 30, 69 day comps of the neighborhood. Don't ask for specific comparables for that house. Just get a general idea of the home sales for that neighborhood at large and follow the trends and make sure the offer matches up with the trends in that neighborhood as well. So my final piece of advice for everybody is be okay with walking away. It's okay to walk away, and that's probably a little better. So when you're negotiating, buyer's market equals buyer's leverage. You have leverage as a buyer to get that thing done. There's more inventory coming, so you should feel a little more power. I'm not saying to be that guy and lowball by 50 or 100,000. It doesn't work that way. The sky isn't falling. Sellers still want top dollar. They're willing to wait more. But if you did your research and you notice, this house is worth 10,000 or 15,000 under, and you don't feel like you want to overpay, and you make an offer and you're the only offer the seller says, no, I'm not doing anything, be okay with walking away. It's okay to walk away, and usually negotiations, whoever is willing to walk away is usually the one who wins. So just say, thank you, I appreciate it. Or tell your realtor, hey, let him know we appreciate it and thank you, and then walk away. And who knows, maybe next weekend, the following weekend, they might reach out to you and say, hey, sorry, we want you back. And I'm honestly looking forward to seeing buyers taking control of this market. And I've been an absolute misery having to be at the mercy of builders and sellers. So I'm excited. This is where I thrive, and I really give people good advice on how to win. So I wish you guys the absolute best. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you found this helpful, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You may also want to check out my past video on how do interest rates affect your mortgage and monthly payment. And the link to that video is on the top corner of this screen. Again, I'm Dale Corpus from eXp Realty in San Ramon, California. I help buyers and sellers throughout the Bay Area and the Tri-Valley, and I'll see you on my next video.